Casey, it's the first dollar days of summer here on the downtown mall. It's a new take on the traditional bargain days that have been held here for about 20 years, and it means there are big discounts everywhere. The elderly face a unique set of legal problems, from wills and caregiving to abuse and exploitation. Charlottesville police put out a call for donations over the weekend. The response is overwhelming. Steve, the Black Lives Matter movement has called for a national collective day of action for justice today, and this group of activists behind me are answering that call. This is meant to be a space for pedestrians, not for vehicles, and certainly not for fire engines. Drawing will take place at 11 tonight. You have to have all 6 numbers to win the jackpot. If you bought a ticket, your chances of doing that are about 1 in 259 million.
Kailey Leinz is live in Charlottesville to tell us what issues they're now facing. Hi, Kailey.
Good evening. In April, McAuliffe restored the voting rights of all of Virginia's formerly convicted felons. Friday, the state Supreme Court said that order is unconstitutional. That puts thousands of felons and registrars in limbo.
And there's general confusion about how this is going to be handled.
The state Supreme Court ruled an order by Governor McAuliffe that restored the voting rights of 200,000 felons is unconstitutional. 11,000 already registered to vote.
There's never been a situation where this many have been challenged at the same time, this close to an election, too.
Those felons must be removed from voter rolls by August 25th. Registrars aren't sure how to do that.
We have gotten advice from the Department of Elections, from the commissioner, to just sit tight for a few days while they read through the order and try to give us some guidance so that the carrying out of the court's order will be uniform across the state.
Albemarle County Registrar Jake Washburn will have to deregister an estimated 60 to 70 felons. In Louisa County, that number is 50. In Madison County, it's about 20.
They're definitely trying to sort it out. I mean, I think people are using their best efforts to try and work with the decision by the Supreme Court and just the practicalities of what it will mean at this point.
Even once the process is complete, things could change again. McAuliffe has promised to grant each felon individual clemency.
I don't know whether that will be effective. I don't know whether that will be retroactive. I don't know whether we will have to cancel the registration of those voters and then send them a follow-up letter saying, we've canceled your registrations, but now you can register again and it will be effective. It's all pretty mysterious right now.
It could be a few months before the full deregistering and re-registering process is sorted out, but Albemarle County Registrar Jake Washburn told me that he just hopes it's all figured out by the time absentee voting starts on September 23rd. UVA's Curry School of Education surveyed 320 high schools in the state. It found bullying is a serious problem.
We have more than a third of our students reporting that bullying is a problem in their schools. We have about 6% of students reporting that they're being bullied once a week or more.
But not in Albemarle County. Reports of bullying there are about half of the state average.
We're really proud of that. It really reflects the fact that our schools, our students, our administrators, even our parents work really hard on this as an issue.
But the issues don't stop at bullying. Survey reports of sexual harassment are also high. Roughly 1/4 of Virginia's female high school students reported they've experienced it.
We need really to do a better job of teaching students the difference between flirting and joking around and something that is harassment and can be a source of difficulty for students in getting through school.
The results aren't all negative, though. The majority of students also reported that they feel supported and safe at school. In Albemarle County, that number is 90%, but administrators say it's not high enough.
No matter how high our number is, our goal is that every one of our students will report that they feel good about their school, that they like their school, and that none of our students will feel like they're being bullied and harassed.
More than 60,000 students and 14,000 teachers were surveyed. Professor Dewey Cornell added that their responses indicate that Virginia public high schools are actually in good shape overall. He said that the safety and climate conditions here are better than in other states. Charlottesville's Ronald McDonald House received a big donation today thanks to a special relationship between 2 families. One family lost a child and the other almost did.
Good job, buddy.
Brett Parker and Kelly Blumenthal may never have met, but tragedy connects them. Now they're teaming up to help other families.
We're here for Ronald McDonald House to do our favorite thing, and that is to give back to the community.
Parker and his wife founded SleepingBaby.com, a multi-million-dollar company in Texas that sells swaddle transition sleepwear for babies, which helps them sleep better. They would later connect with Blumenthal, one of their customers.
I had reached out to them when I was pregnant with Finn, being a returning customer for my first son, to let them know that I wasn't sure if we were going to be needing to purchase anymore, just because we were given at the time a fatal diagnosis for Finn.
Finn has a rare heart defect. Doctors thought he would not survive. He did, but needed 10 surgeries. His family stayed in the Ronald McDonald House for 8 months while doctors cared for Finn at the UVA Children's Hospital. The Parkers, who lost a child to miscarriage a few years earlier, followed their journey.
We decided that we were going to rally behind her because she was rallying around little baby Finn.
Now they're giving back to the Ronald McDonald House for helping the Blumenthals and so many other families in need.
Oh, Brett! Oh, my God.
Brett Parker flew in from Dallas to give the house a check for more than $13,000, which is far more than anybody expected. The house helps anywhere from 800 to 1,000 families every year. The Blumenthals are still frequent guests as Finn continues to receive treatment. Today, Brett Parker also gave them a check for $4,500 to help with medical costs. Kailey Leinz, NBC 29 News at 5.
NBC 29's Kailey Leinz is back from Orange with her story tonight. Good evening, Kailey.
Hi, Steve. Annette Clark works for the Alzheimer's Association of Central and Western Virginia. Today, she decided to jump out of an airplane to raise awareness for the disease. The young African leaders represent 17 different countries in sub-Saharan Africa. They are in the U.S. with the fellowship program for 6 weeks. Good evening, Sharing. The medical center received only 2 stars out of a possible 5 in the rating. That puts it below average and lower than many other hospitals in the region. Miso Sweet Ramen and Donuts was hit with a major roadblock in what is only its first year of business. But thanks to their employees in the Charlottesville community, the restaurant has bounced back from the damaging fire. Detective Bradley Pleasant said today that police have identified that third man and he is in custody on unrelated charges, but they did not name him. Families in Orange struggled to provide basic school supplies for their children, so the Town of Orange Downtown Alliance has put out a call for donations to help those students in need.